Welcome to this quick demonstration of Jazzit Fundamentals. We will discuss the key benefits of using this suite of templates. Key features. These are the 4 key features or benefits. Integration. Our documents are integrated and they share key information. For example, any selections made in the financial statements, engagement type, client's corporate structure, etc., will automatically select the appropriate changes in the connected templates, example, the engagement letter. Roll forward. The current period balances in all the templates are automatically transferred to the prior period when CaseWare's year-end close and roll forward function is run. Diagnostics. The templates contain built-in diagnostics which alert preparers when the period imbalances do not agree to the balances available on the trial balance, or when an update is available. Updating. Templates can be quickly updated from a central source called the Resource Center. This Resource Center is updated from our website. Accounting standards. If you are upgrading engagements from compilation to review or audit, it's easy to transition to ASPE or ASNPO reporting because there is automation built into the templates to ensure you have the correct balance sheet and or note in the statements. Let's quickly take a look at the implementation in the actual financial statements. At the top of the engagement report, when you set the accounting standards to ASPE and you select Transition Year, you are prompted to insert the transition balance sheet or note if they are not currently in the statements. The inverse is true when you switch back to ASPE Ongoing in the subsequent year, when you are prompted to remove the transition balance sheet and note from the statements. Working papers. This is a complete list of the working papers included in the Fundamentals package. Notice that there are generic working papers to analyze any account comparing to prior year with dollar and percent changes, or comparing the 4 previous years. Let's quickly take a look at the account analysis working paper. As you can see in this example, the balance sheet and the income statement accounts are compared across the 5-year history in this client file. Letters. These are all the letters included in the package. Notice that there are generic letters as well that can be quickly adapted for any other letter your firm wishes to produce. These generic letters can include your centralized letterhead and electronic signatures. Statement types. We offer 2 financial statement frameworks, a 2-year with percentage column format and a 9-column programmable format. We provide for a maximum of 20 schedules which can be inserted into the financial statement template. Schedules offer you options as to how they link to the main statement pages. When inserting a schedule with the income statement format, you are also able to select a 2-column or 9-column framework. Let's take a quick look at the 2-column and the 9-column options. The default is the 2-column format, which allows you to switch between current period only for the first year of operations, etc., and current and prior periods for your regular comparative statements. This is the default 2-column format with both the current and prior periods enabled, regular comparative statements. This is the default 2-column format but with only the current period enabled, non-comparative statements, for example, the first year of operations. If you require the 9-column statements, you can quickly load them using the switch in the home menu of the financial statements. Once loaded, the column settings are controlled via a control panel which allows various multi-column presentation options. For example, multi-period comparisons or fund accounting for not-for-profit statements. The 9-column statements by default only have the 2 total columns active, but you can set the columns up with or without the use of these total columns. Included in the 9-column statements, you also have a budget column, which can be used as either a budget column or a column for ASPE disclosure purposes for the restated prior period opening balances. This is a statement of revenues and expenditures, utilizing 7 of the 9 columns, 5 for internal divisions or funds, making use of CaseWare's entity feature, and then the current year total and the comparative. Now that we've looked at the two framework options for the financial statements, let's quickly take a look at one of the insertable schedules, the key performance indicators. To insert a schedule into the template, use the button up in the statement menu, Insert Schedule from Resource Center. From the list of schedules available, select Key Performance Indicators by using the checkbox to the left, and click on OK. The schedule is added to the statement menu. To move down to the inserted schedule quickly, double-click on the entry. This takes you to the top of the schedule, where the schedule name is displayed, as well as a number of options for the schedule. The first option is the number of years you wish to use in the comparison. Next is whether you want to display and print, or simply just display the summary table. Next, you can choose whether you want to combine the graphs and the data, or show them separately. Lastly, you can select a font for the graphical display. Some of the sections allow you to choose between a graph and a pie chart, or a combination of both. Integration. To expand on the integration mentioned earlier, the templates share information as indicated here. Not only do changes made in the financial statements affect changes to wording in the letters, but information drawn from the trial balance could flow through to a note, which in turn would then flow through to the balance sheet, depending on the working papers and the notes used in the statements. Let's quickly take a look at this practically in the templates. Looking at long-term debt in the long-term liability section of the balance sheet, we see that the balance is provided from a note, Note 6. Clicking on the note reference for Note 6, we move directly down to Note number 6. Once on the note, we see that the line items in the note are obtained from a working paper. To display specific information about the note, right-click on this button to the right of the note heading. The details of this particular note indicate that it is the long-term debt note linked to the Jazzit working paper. The working paper can be opened by double-clicking on any of the balances that are obtained from the working paper. When the working paper opens, we are now able to view the loans that provide the balances to the note. Also, we can confirm the calculations for each loan for the current reporting period, because the working paper is connected to the loan calculator. To verify the loan calculations for the TD Canada Trust loan, for example, double-click on the unique loan ID. The information for this loan, including results of the initial calculations, are displayed, allowing you the opportunity to recalculate if required. Let's take a look at how selections in the statements flow through to the engagement letter. Under Engagement, we'll switch the option for wording from plural to single. Under Client Profile, we will switch the option for entity referred to as from company to association. And also under Client Profile, we'll add an optional alternate name by selecting Operating As and inserting a new operating name. We'll also select an optional statement prefix. In this case, we'll choose a prefix of consolidated. When we open the engagement letter, we can see the results of the selections we made in the financial statements. We set the wording to singular, so the word my is used instead of our or we. The optional alternate name that we added, Operating As New Alternate Name, is also displayed. The other selection we made for entity referred to as of association can also be seen. Linkage. As mentioned earlier, information flows from the working papers to the notes and from the notes to the balance sheet. In this example, from the long-term debt working paper to the long-term debt note. Diagnostics. Diagnostics in the working papers and the notes are triggered in the templates when the period end balances in the template and the trial balance do not agree. If the difference is greater than the threshold, the diagnostic is printed. If less than the assigned threshold, the diagnostic is displayed as an indicator only. The report also indicates if Resource Center updates are available for any working paper or letter used in this client engagement. Each document contains a section indicating the status of the current document being displayed. The dates of the document being viewed and the date of the Resource Center version available are displayed and compared at the top, and a status indicator alerts preparers when a newer version is available. The Jazzit Resource Center and master files are updated from our website, and because the client files are connected to the Resource Center, preparers are immediately aware of any newer versions that are available. We have resources available to assist with implementation of the templates in your existing CaseWare client files, whether you are currently using mapping to create your financial statements or not. Our support team is available via telephone or email. Also, in the home menu of the financial statements, alternate support resources are available at the click of a button. Other than telephone and email support, we also have numerous other support resources available. For example, we have numerous instructional videos available on our YouTube channel. There is also information available on our support center in the form of either a PDF document, technical bulletin, or instructional video. There is also information available on our community site, where existing Jazzit clients can communicate with each other or directly with the staff at Jazzit. For pricing information, please consult our homepage www.jazzit.com and refer to the pricing tab.